like, I know that this is an award that the people vote for, okay? So this is something that everyone, I guess, in a way, majority agrees who should be the winner. But what if the majority of the people are wrong? What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel where I talk and do everything pinball. So if that sounds interesting to you, then hit that subscribe button down below. The TWIPYs are done for the year of 2020, and I've got a list of topics here that I want to go over, and we can just kind of discuss, our thoughts and feelings about it in the comments section down below. And we're just going to start out with, I want to say what a lot of people were complaining about, and the people were complaining about it last year too, was the fact that there was 30 minutes of ads at the beginning of it. And the thing is, guys, you got to remember, you got to pay your bills on these things. So a lot of the things that you're seeing within the show and like the trophies and all that kind of stuff, that money's got to come from somewhere. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jeff is a very nice person, but you got to think that he's like, he's not just going just because of whatever. That money's got to come from somewhere. So you've got to have the advertisements. I mean, I guess they could have intertwined it in the middle of the show, but I would honestly rather it be at the beginning of the show like this. That gives you time to get your drinks and get situated or whatever, or just hang out in the chat area and talk with everybody about, discussions of all kinds of things. But you got to pay your bills. The ads are there for a reason. They're not there to annoy, but they're there for a reason. But to have ads for 30 minutes at the beginning of the show instead of intertwined throughout, I would much rather prefer that, without a doubt. But you got to think also, these ads wouldn't be like this if it were live. Like next year when it's live, you're going to have advertisements rolling on probably the projector or a screen while everyone is waiting to be seated and for the show to begin. I've seen people complain about oh, you say the show starts at 7 or 8 or whatever, but then you got 30 minutes of ads. Okay, then come back in 30 minutes if it's such a big deal for you to sit down and chill out and chat. You're getting free content. Boo-hoo. Now on to my next subject, and that is to dealing with the host for the show. Now, a lot of you know that last year me and Emoto hosted. This year they went a different direction. They got Emoto and Jack Danger. Now, as I've stated before in a previous video, I have no problem with this. Doing this show is not just a nonchalant, me just sitting in front of my computer doing a video like this. No, guys, this takes a lot of time and work to get all this stuff done. And at this point in my life, as of right now, when it comes to work and dealing with COVID and stuff like that, we're shorthanded, so I'm working a lot. And I knew that my time was going to be very limited, and I did not want to have to worry about not being able to give my 100% into the show and being able to help out. I did help out, and we'll go over that here in a little bit, but it was one of those things, it was a little bit of a relief for me, actually. And I thought the host did great, especially since I've been through it. I know what the work is and how they had to go about doing what they did under the conditions that they were in. Some people want to complain about, the way the thing is, whether it be with green screen and stuff, but these are the limitations that are in place due to this whole COVID thing, guys. They're doing the best that they can with what they have, and I thought it was definitely better than last year. All right, so going from this point forward, there is a very high and guaranteed chance that I will be spoiling winners of certain categories. So if you do not want to know who won certain categories, then you better turn this video off, go watch your TWIPYs, and then you can come back to this. But from going forward, I will be discussing the victors of certain categories. You have been warned. Here we go. I want to first start out by definitely giving kudos to like my brother who did the 3D renderings for all the trophy segments, including like the Game of the Year one, which he went out a lot more than I was asking him to. I mean, like Jeff requested his work again because he did last year's trophy segments, and so this year he did it again. But this time he decided to take it a little extra further with the whole red carpet scenario and the galaxy stars and stuff like that. He did that all on his own accord because I guess he has a little bit of passion behind this as well. So definitely want to make sure he was credited in the credits of the TWIPYs, but I want to make sure to those of you that did not watch the credits that definitely the trophy segment video renderings were all on him. I did the audio for it and, you know, the editing and stuff like that just for the trophy segments. That was my portion of it, but a lot of the work for 3D renderings and stuff like that, if you're not into it, then you don't know the work involved. But definitely kudos and shout out to my brother Rusty for doing that work. All right, let's talk about certain category winners. Let's go first off with best music and sound effects. I've already discussed this, my thoughts and feelings about it when it comes to the Pinball Industry Awards, because Guns N' Roses won that award in that category as well as in the TWIPYs. And it's one of those things where I concede that when it comes to having the best music, then okay, yes, it goes to them, but I just feel like that's an easy win. Now, I guess it's definitely all in the wording for the category. Like, it should be, I guess, best crafted music for pin. I don't know. You could word it differently to make sure that people aren't just always gonna win if they put in like a band, you know, like. I'm pretty sure Led Zeppelin's not going to win next year. Just saying. Maybe. I don't know. For all we know, Led Zeppelin could win like best music and sound effects for next year. God. So I'm not going to harp on the best music and sound effects. That's pretty much my stand on it. It's like, all right, I can see that, like, yes, best music, but it all depends on the wording for it. And since the wording is the way it is, then therefore, I guess it's legit. Now let's have a little talk about the best homebrew. Now this is where I'm gonna admit complete bias on this, guys. I was all up in for Sonic Spinball because I am a big Sonic fan. I like my Mario. Trust me, I've played all the Mario games and I've beaten majority of them. But Sonic was definitely more on the core of my childhood. So to see all the work and effort that he has put into this game and the sounds and all that stuff, I really want to see it to its complete fruition. I really would like to see American Pinball snag this up and allow him to completely do it. I'm pretty sure Sega would be completely on board with whatever assets that he needs. So yeah, by all means, whenever he won the homebrew, I was completely like, hell yeah. So Jeff finally won his first TWIPY, his own award show, and he finally wins a trophy for this. So that was also good to see. He won that for the Guns N' Roses Deep Dive. It's got a much longer title than that, but that's the gist of it. I really should mute my audio because I'm getting messages from all kinds of people. That one was from you, Todd Tucky. And you're still going, Todd. You're still going. I'm gonna get back to you in just a minute, Todd. Let me finish recording this video. Goodness gracious, man. And now let's move on to my category, the YouTube channel category. Now, straight down the middle did win this. It was one of those things where I didn't make the top 3, but I made the top 4. So gradually every year I have been working my way up the ranks, which is pretty cool. I like that. And I think everybody was hoping and expecting TNT Amusements to win, but it's majority vote, guys. That's what the people voted for, and so that is the victor for that. And I want to talk about this because I want everyone to know, those of you that did vote for me, thank you very much. By all means, I do appreciate it. It really does mean something to me. And when I say it means something, it's because, and I'm not saying that anybody else involved in getting votes and everything does this, but there are definitely people out there that do self-promote and encourage those of you out there to vote for them. And that's fine. That's fine. I choose not to. That is my choice. I choose not to. I mean, honestly, guys, I mean, back in about a year or two ago, I used to like post my videos up on Facebook and just kind of like in your face, like, here it is kind of thing all the time. I don't even self-promote myself anymore. Now when a new video gets released, it's there. And that is mainly because I feel that by this time and now, people that want to view my content will have a subscription on me and will be notified, and they will see it. I figure by now, if you don't like my content or like me in general or whatever, then you don't really care to view it, then you don't need to be in your face, here, watch my stuff. I mean, I would much rather people be eager to watch my material and vote for me than me have to constantly remind you to do so, kind of thing. So, I mean, I didn't even have my wife or my family like vote for me. I didn't tell them, hey, you need to sign on and cast your vote for me. I merely stated, hey, the TWIPY voting is now open. And that's all I did. And I'm pretty sure my own wife didn't even vote for me. I'm pretty sure, yeah, because it is what it is, guys. So it's one of those things where I feel that if one day I do win the TWIPY for Best YouTube Channel, I feel that it would mean much more to me if I did it without having to be forceful or, you know, encourage others to put their vote in for me. That's just me. That's my own thing. I feel that it would mean so much more to me if just people on their own accord took the time, cast their vote for me as their favorite. That would be awesome. That would be like, yes, I didn't have to do anything but just create good content, and people agreed in unison that by majority vote that I win. Don't think it's gonna happen, but if it ever does, it's gonna mean more to me because I did not self-promote. Like, once again, just to clarify, those of you out there that do, that's fine. You do you, I'm gonna do me. Now let's talk about mods. The Stern won Best Mod for their UV kit for Stranger Things. And my opinions and thoughts about this is that if a manufacturer of said game comes out with a new product that can go in or on one of their products, it's considered an accessory, not a mod. It's as simple as that. A mod, the word mod, is short for modification. And a modification is performed by those who do not work for said company, and it's not licensed by said company. It's merely someone else making something that can alter the way a game is. So I think a rightful heir to that trophy that was given to the company, Stern, for their mod, should have gone to Scott at Penn Stadium for making the mod that did exactly what their accessory did at a fraction of the price, may I say also. And that's pretty much it. I think the wording needs to be adjusted on that, or maybe just people just need to agree on this subject that what a mod and accessory is. If you go to Stern's website, they don't have a mod section. They have an accessory section. And guess what's in that accessory section, guys? Is it the UV kit? Yes, it is. But supposedly they're not making it anymore. thankfully, you can get a mod from Penn Stadium and you'll be set. And it works better than what they provide. So there you go. Topper talk. This was sweet. So first of all, I did my little presentation for the favorite topper, or is it best topper? Either one, doesn't matter. The fact is that Jeff came to me and wanted me to do the topper presentation, be a presenter for toppers, best topper. And I was like, are you sure? I mean, with my history with topper videos and stuff like that, he's like, yes. And I made sure that my video wasn't gonna be, you know, cracking any heavy jokes on said manufacturers and stuff like that. I just wanted it to be somewhat funny, I guess, but also be on point when it comes to toppers. And what I really loved is that, you know, during this whole thing, guys, I've known who the winners are, obviously, because I had to help with the whole trophy segment and stuff like that. So knowing that Stern didn't win best topper was so sweet. And I want to say that this is where the people, I want to say, came together in agreement on this. Because I think if you look at the Rick and Morty topper, I mean, it's not the best, but it was free. It came with the game. And I think that the people came together and was like, look, we're voting for this topper because guess what? It came with the game. It was provided. That's who the real victor should be. Instead of these $1,000 toppers that are very mediocre at that, are being released by other manufacturer. I'm gonna single one out there. And then finally, let's talk about the Game of the Year award. This was obviously going to Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses like pretty much did a clean sweep of the TWIPYs this year. They mopped the floor with Stern, and it, by all means, rightfully so. Because I'm really hoping that this game, to other manufacturers, raises the bar. Lets them know that, hey, maybe we should put a little bit more into our games. Or they're just going to continue keep pumping out games and selling them like they do and continue to profit. So if it ain't broken, don't fix it, maybe. But I was very glad, expected to see Guns N' Roses take the trophy on this. But I think them being a victor in this year's Game of the Year isn't as sweet as actually their acceptance video for it. Because this acceptance video is not something that you're going to get even at a live show. Typically, for a Game of the Year award, you're going to get the designer or someone from the manufacturer to come up there and like, oh, thank you to these people did all the work, or whatever. And as stated in the acceptance video, all the work that gets put into making this game is not from the designer by himself. Like, he merely just kind of creates the playfield and layout and stuff like that. But even with all that, there's still so many other hands involved in giving these machines and games to all of us out there. So congrats to Eric and all of you out there at Jersey Jack Pinball for making an incredible game that I have not played yet. But I have been invited to play a collector's edition. I just haven't been able to get the time to make it over there and to do so. So I'm hoping to get my hands on this game and be able to give you guys feedback, which I'm pretty sure will be positive. From what I can see, it looks like it would be pretty fun to shoot, but who knows? I may hate it. I don't know. Stay tuned. And that's gonna wrap up my TWIPY talk for the year 2020. Next year, we should have a live show at the Texas Pinball Festival. Who's gonna be hosting? I have no idea. Either way, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I am getting itchy. I really am ready for another pinball show. I'm hoping to be able to make it out to Expo this year. I plan to. We'll see if work allows it. And those are my thoughts on the TWIPYs. So, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with some of my opinions, or do you disagree, and why? Let me know in the comments section down below. Give me that thumbs up, guys, and by all means, hit that subscribe button. That way you can be notified of whenever I upload something for your viewing pleasure. And until next time, peace out.